Well, 30 Years of Democracy series now continues. Iconic award-winning South African DJ and music producer Oskido has announced his latest venture. It's the Big Day Out Lifestyle Festival. And the event is in celebration of the country's vibrant music scene over the past 3 decades, rekindling the golden era of kwaito by showcasing performances by a stellar lineup of legendary artists and tracking the journey of South African house music from then up until now. So this is happening on the 30th of November at Huddle Park in Johannesburg. On that note, the legend joins us himself in studio this morning. Grootman, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
How does it feel to be called that in this day and age? Even 30 years into own democracy, for the matter.
Well, I'm used to it, man.
Okay.
Yes,
I mean, you've seen the industry grown. Kalawa Jasmine also having started back in the 90s as well. Talk to us about what you're witnessing. How proud are you of our evolution?
Well, I mean, it's been almost 30 years. And for me, what's important is the work which we have done, the impact which it has done, working with other artists, growing the industry. So I'm also grateful, I mean, to be part of it, and also that I've played a major part in, in making sure that our music, keeps growing.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, your birthday is coming up on the 29th of
yes,
November.
Yes, my birthday is 29 November.
Yes. And then the festival's happening on the 30th.
On the 30th of November, yes.
So talk to us about what we can expect from that festival this time round.
Well, we are celebrating 30 years of dance music, and that's how I've curated it, from where I started, my career being a DJ and also as one of the pioneers of kwaito. So I've invited most of the artists who were part of that era when they was when we were starting that era, and also the DJs who played, were influential, and we're taking it up to now to where we are, with some of 2 or 3 Mapiano artists also coming to grace the event.
Over the years, just looking at the evolution, perhaps as we enter the Amapiano scene these days, I mean, kwaito, then you had house, then you had Afro house. I mean, you were part of that evolution, and you managed to reinvent yourself day in, day out.
Yeah.
How did you achieve that? Just looking at how some of the artists haven't made it this far.
Well, you know what? My DNA is dance music. I breathe, eat music 24 hours. And what I know is dance music, any format of dance music. I'm talking about what we have, all those genres you've mentioned. So therefore, I mean, when I started house, it was called, there used to be, and people didn't used to call it house music. We used to call it international. And then after that, we graduated. This is when we started doing instrumental, slowing them down. And we started putting on our own our own lyrical content. And that's how kwaito was born. And after that, house music became popular. We've seen Afropop, we've seen boom, and now we've seen Mapiano, which is the firstborn of kwaito. So I'm part of that, part of everything which has happened.
And speaking about being part of everything has happened, you are still relevant today, because on TikTok, you do a lot of challenges. And I mean, the kids are picking up. So how do you achieve that? How do you inspire them or continue to inspire them?
Well, it was during COVID. My daughter is the one, she was on TikTok, Naledi. So she's the one who started saying, hey, Daddy, can we come and do this dance challenge? And this is when I was spending most of my time with my kids. As you can see, I've got my cameraman somewhere.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
So therefore, then I enjoyed it because I've always looked at TikTok as a platform for kids. But after that, I saw that, wow, there's so much which could be done. And this is when this Sis Judy character came in. And yeah, I'm enjoying it.
I wonder as well, looking at your own influences over the years. I mean, you've worked with the industry greats. And as you mentioned earlier on, you've also been part of kickstarting many artists' careers as well, and they also experiencing longevity. Well, what would have been some of those influences for you back in the day, transitioning into our democracy, and then hearing, the evolution of it?
Well, I always believe that if God gives you a platform, right, and then from there you achieve what you're achieving, when you're climbing, you must be pulling other people. So it's always been like that. And I'm grateful that, I'm also surrounded by, a lot of good people who've made me who I am. If you can see the guys I work with at Kalawa Jasmine, from Mandla to Bruce to Pradon, Mahuta and all that. And also I've got another DJU outfit where we're doing, DJ work and all that. So throughout that work, because I've got this platform, and then when I'm able to help anyone, I must go in. We must pass it on so that we grow as a nation. Because most of the time, God gives a person, something, and they want to hold it on. They want to hold on to it. So for me, it's always been that journey of saying that let it grow. And because most of the people also is that the mistake which we make is that, say, if you want to groom someone and then they become bigger than you, as human nature, you start being jealous. So therefore, I try to make sure that, I don't get in that state and elevate myself. And when I see someone coming in who I've helped, and then, I keep going, because that person is helping me. So most of the artists who I've worked with from Black Coffee today, they are big guys like Maporisa, DJs. So we communicate. If I need anything, I can say, hey, Nati, what's happening? Black Coffee is going to help me. Yes. But if I didn't, also when he came in for help that time, if I held it on, I was going to break the young man's heart. But right now, he's the one who's leading. He's telling me, hey, Oskido, this is how things are done. I say, oh, this is what's happening. So we have to work like that.
I mean, you mentioned some of them that you've worked with, Mafikizolo, Black Coffee, Maporisa, DJs. You even mentioned that you knew her before she started wearing makeup.
yes, definitely.
I wonder if we're looking at where their careers are going, where South Africa's music scene is also going, how we're making our mark in the international sphere. How proud are you of what we're achieving as a nation through that feat?
Well, I'm proud because because you see, a lot of people must understand that being in the music industry is not like getting a tender or anything. You have to start from scratch, your talents, they put you who you are, and then you start succeeding. There's no shortcut. It's just like playing soccer. And then, but through that, what I've seen is that the growth of the industry, helping, in terms of the economy, economic growth. I mean, if you can see right now how huge our music industry is, from Amapiano now, as an artist, remember, you must have dancers, you must have managers, you must,
social media.
the social media. So you start creating employment, and then you have to go and play at certain venues. Those people, venue owners, they employ people. So if you can look at the economic spin on that, so this is what makes me proud to say we are able to create an economy through art. Although, so for example, if you can look at banks and all that, they don't take creative seriously. But if you can see the economy which has been created, we can do better, and I think we have to keep on working.
Talk to us about how you would have honed yourself as a business person when you started Kalawa Jasmine, understanding that the business side of music is important, of the arts as well, and how you managed to impart that to perhaps all those you've helped along the way.
Yeah, I mean, when we started, remember there was no social media and there was nothing, and the majors were running the industry. So I remember the first tape which we had recorded Boom Shaka. It's about time to listen to Boom Shaka. We took it to the majors. It was me, Bradon and Christos, and they said, no, this wasn't going to work. It was early. They didn't understand. Then from there, we had to go in, press the music, go in, print cassettes ourselves, started marketing, going on the streets, doing all these, events, going into varsities, with our cassettes, and when we have our cassettes, we'll be selling our music at the same time. Boom Shaka Lebu, Tembi, they will be performing and all that stuff. And we started selling music, and we'll go and leave it in the shops. And those days in the shops, we were not allowed to take our music. But later, this thing just became huge. The track became big, and wow, the major started coming back to say, can we talk? But by the time they came to talk to us, we understood the music. When they were saying marketing, we say, no, you're calling us because our marketing is working. We can help with packaging. We say, no, you can see we've got a cassette, it's got a barcode. So we knew. So at times when someone closes the door, another door opens. So this is where we are today.
And the ripple effects of it.
And we understand the industry.
Yes.
So it's not easy. But also those days, remember, it was only cassettes. You're only limited in selling your music at certain, maybe local shops and all that stuff. But right now, because of technology, you upload your music, is in your
Holds your
hands.
stage. No, that's true.
We've only become like one village, so you put your song, it's all over the world. So long back, it was difficult to do it, and where we are, technology has also helped a lot now.
What was it like working with Lebo Matosa? I mean, it would have been a birthday as well. So what was it like? How do you fondly remember her, if we're going to reflect back?
Yeah, because I used to play at the club Razzmatazz.
Yes.
Then from there, I moved to a club called Arena in Hillbrow. So therefore, every Saturday, I used to have dance competitions. So Lebu, and Tembi, they used to have Tembi Siete, they used to have a group called LMT Girls. So they used to come for those Saturday dance sessions. And every time they used to win, they used to win. So therefore, when I started DJing my career, they used to move around with me, when I'm DJing and, because I was playing a lot in varsities.
Yes.
So every time when I'm playing, they'll form a circle, and people start dancing and all that, So then after that, then when we started Kalawa, myself and Christos and Dawn, then we wanted vocalists and all that. So Junior was with Prophets of the City. Then he told me, no, Lebo can sing. So I didn't know that she could sing. Junior is the one. And boom, we got into the studio and there was it. Because, she was always been part of my crew. And it was amazing what she could do. And that's how Lebo Matosa was born.
The relationship with Christos and Don Laga as well.
Yeah.
How would you guys have linked up and found each other, continued to working together? Brothers of Peace, looking at the messaging as well. It's still relevant in this day and age. Yeah,
Don, he played a major role he was one of the artists who accepted who we were, the youth of that time. And then he came in as the elder of the industry to say, boom, I want to work with you guys. And when we approached him, boom, he was really, his thinking was forward, and this is what we created.
It's not fair to condense almost 30 years of your lifetime into a few minutes here on the SABC.
We're celebrating it on the 30th of November, Linksfield, so you must be part of it.
Great.
It's happening in Johannesburg.
Okay.
Get your tickets, web ticket, and come and witness.
I just got a personal invite, so I'm going to take you up on that offer. Thank you for joining us at this hour and for sharing your story, perhaps also looking at South Africa's music evolution, 30 years into our democracy. It's going to be exciting to see what the next 30 years look like with you in it. Oskido, trailblazer, South African in South Africa's music industry, renowned for his influential role in shaping the kwaito genre and, of course, his enduring impact on the country's music culture at large, joined us this morning to chat all things music.